2 weeks after College Game Day was here in Bozeman, Montana, it's the second round of the FCS Championship. Montana State, co-champions of the Big Sky, the number 4 seed at 10-1. Weber State at 10-2. It's a rematch from a classic 6 weeks ago, won by Montana State. Oh yeah, let's ride. 16 teams remain in the FCS playoffs. This is one half of the bracket. The winner of this one meets either the 5 seed William & Mary or Gardner-Webb. The Tribe up 21-0 right now. And hi there and welcome inside Bobcat Stadium along with Penn State All-90s defensive lineman Tyoka Jackson. I'm Ted Emmerich. We're missing the Kirk Herbstreit Indiana Jones hats from game day 2 weeks ago, but we will survive. We have 2 teams from one of the elite conferences in the FCS, the Big Sky. This is like if 2 teams from the SEC met early on in the expanded playoff that's coming in the FBS.
Yeah, a very intriguing matchup, not just because it's a rematch of what happened a few weeks ago. We'll talk about that later, but both of these teams have real aspirations to win it all, so we might be looking at the eventual national champion today. I'm really excited, if you can tell.
Yeah, no question about it. And in fact, Weber State's excited about their running game. 3 backs they rotate in. All of them produced last week against North Dakota.
No question. They all 3 scored touchdowns last week, and they wear you out with this 3-headed monster. But most importantly is their offensive line. They're huge. They open up big holes. Josh Davis is as good as it gets in the history of the program, but he's got 2 excellent backups as well. And on the other side, this is a running back playing the quarterback position. Tommy Mellott is probably the fastest player on this field, and he's a nice arm too, don't get me wrong. So you just can't come up and play the run every single play, but what they do, motion and shifts to get you looking at eye candy, but they punch you right in the mouth, and this guy's the biggest beneficiary of that running game.
Ty, you are excited. It's that triple shot of espresso you downed
wait a minute.
Right before we came on the air.
Don't drop a dime on me. It's supposed to be organic. Was it the coffee? All right, it's the coffee, everybody.
You need it on a day like today. A gorgeous but frigid afternoon in the Gallatin Valley. 27 degrees, just a slight wind. Montana State won the toss and deferred, so it's Weber State with the ball first. And the finest return man in America, Abraham Williams, an NCAA leading 4 kick returns for touchdowns this year, and he's down at the 25.
Receiver and Ty McPherson.
Dante McMillan gets the start at running back. Barron to throw on first down. He checks it down to McMillan for a gain of 5. Weber State loves to go up-tempo when they can on second down. First carry for McMillan and lowering the shoulder, breaking tackles all the way close to midfield. It's a first down for the Wildcats.
Early and wear you out, as I said before, with 3 backs.
Weber State ran for 330 yards as a team last week in the first round against North Dakota. Here McMillan is spilled at the line of scrimmage. Barron feeds it to McMillan, who turns the corner, and McMillan has the first down across the 30.
But come through that hole and make a tackle because these backs will be gone.
Barron keeping on the zone read on first down, and he slices out just shy of the 20. 2nd and 3. Give it to McMillan. He stood up right at the line. Ben Seymour, the junior defensive end from Valencia, California, stacked him up.
Man coverage down below.
Barron fakes the handoff. Pass is tipped up high in the air, and it's incomplete. Rylan Ort, the sophomore safety from Missoula, thought he had his 2nd career interception and 2nd in as many games.
Diving catch. Watch it. Free man. Get up. Now go track that ball and get it. Man, he almost dug it out. As you see the ball squared away, but what a tremendous athletic play, smart play too. You only jump against the quarterback if you're at the line of scrimmage. If you're deeper than that, go ahead and rush. Great job.
39-yard attempt for Kyle Thompson. And he drills it.
36 points a game, and you're still down by 9 on average. That's crazy.
Fair catch called for by Derek Snell, the tight end, and Montana State will have it at the 25. Tommy Mellott, touchdown Tommy from Butte, Montana, 90 miles west of here. It was almost a year ago to the day he made his first career start, also in the 2nd round of the playoffs, and now he's one of the best players in the FCS.
For as much as he runs, he doesn't put the ball on the turf. I love that. The ball security is of utmost with this guy.
Starts at running back. Isaiah Ifanse will make his season debut today for Montana State. The option pitch, and Elliott out of bounds across the 30 for a gain of about 7 on first down. Elliott has manned that position with Ifanse recovering from knee surgery in the offseason. Ifanse last year, 1,600 yards. He was an All-American in the FCS, and now Ifanse is on the field. Number 22 right next to Mellott. And Ifanse, it's Mellott keeping on the zone read to the corner and stepping out at the 35 should be enough for the first down. America behind only Davidson, which runs the triple option. They do it in a variety of ways. This is a forward pass, a pop pass to freshman receiver Taco Dowler, and Dowler out of bounds at the 41 to pick up a 6. Bobcats need 2. Mellott keeps the first down and more. Tommy Mellott exploding inside the 30 and pushed out at the 25.
We talked about the speed. See, in practice, this is a dead play. He's going to make a play. No, not against this guy, though. Legitimate 4-4. There aren't too many people playing FCS football that run 4-4. Look at the Major League slide at the end.
Down from the 25. Give it to Ifanse on the jet sweep. Ifanse breaking tackles. First and goal for Montana State. The physicality from Ifanse on display. Gain of 17.
Listen, there isn't one 300-pounder in this offensive line. But they get a hat on a hat, and they're fundamentally sound. And look at the cutback. This guy's got great vision and contact balance. If you don't bring your arms and run your feet at the point of contact, he will run through it and by you.
And here comes Sean Chambers, the Wyoming transfer. He spells Mellott from time to time. They do use both quarterbacks when they're healthy. Chambers at 230 pounds, bulling inside the 5. And he's down near the 1.
5 and 20. Well, here comes a new guy. It's another.
Chambers sneaks on second and goal. And Chambers is in the end zone for the touchdown. Officials unpeel the pile, but it is Chambers at the bottom with the football. Montana State goes in front.
Inside is wedge blocking, and just run your feet, and you can push. Everybody gets involved. Student body on the quarterback sneak. The problem was they shouldn't have got down that close. Once they get that close, they're lethal.
Jay Hill told us this week, and he told his team, you don't get redos in life often. You better take advantage. Abraham Williams can't take advantage of that kick because Blake Glessner booted out of the back of the end zone. Stalled in Montana State territory. On first down, it's Damon Bankston, who piled up 122 yards and a touchdown last week on 15 carries. Her speed. 2nd and 8. Right back to Bankston. And wrestled down just across the 30-yard line. 5. Fake the handoff. Barron fires. And the catch is made in traffic. John Christensen.
Back baits on it and throws a dart.
First down, Bankston is swarmed. Sebastian Valdez, first team All Big Sky pick at D tackle, made the play. 2nd and 9. Barron fakes, screen for Ty McPherson, who stumbled. There is still a bit of snow on the field turf here in Bozeman. There was fresh snow Thursday night. They had to plow the field yesterday, and McPherson lost his footing. Barron has a clean pocket to the sideline, and McPherson dropped it in front of Simeon Woodard. McPherson had the drop on 4th and 10 late in the game 6 weeks ago, and he dropped one here.
And Teddy, I'm not sure he dropped it. I think that ball got knocked out. Either way, though, you got to be stronger at the catch point. You cannot allow that ball to get into 2 hands and end up on the ground. Give a lot of credit to Woodard for being physical with his hands and getting that ball out.
Now all eyes on Grant Sands, who lived that nightmare in the first meeting. The 4 high snaps that led to safeties. It was a rainy day then. Good snap here. Jack Burgess with the punt. Taco Dowler on the return, and Dowler's going nowhere. Well, 2 weeks ago, what a special scene here in Bozeman. ESPN College Game Day in town. The coldest game day ever. 5 degrees when the show started. The guest picker was Nick Faldo, now retired, has a farm just north of here in Bozeman, and Herbie wore the Indiana Jones costume. He was ready for winter.
Well, look, they earned their money today on that stage. I mean, that's very cold. I'm not going to complain about, wherever we are, 20s, when it was 5.
Yeah, 15, though, with the penalty. Fake it to Elliott. Mellott to throw. Down the sideline, it's Dowler. Can he keep his feet? He cannot. Stumbling at the 40-yard line, but a big strike from Tommy Mellott. That's the kind of pressure that the run game can put on the defense.
You're exactly right. This is an RPO where he's reading the defense on the fly. He had 2 receivers open. You can have it your way, make your decision, but the ball better be accurate. It's exactly where it needed to be.
Last week in the first round. 2nd and 10. It is Elliott finding a crease. And Elliott stopped just short of the 45. Might be coming straight downhill for you in this heavy set. Speed option. Afonso on the perimeter. And a first down for Montana State. Spilled at the Weber State 46. Big Cat and Little Cat in the same backfield. He hands it to Mellott. And Mellott has a gaping hole across the 25 with another first down.
The offensive coordinator is giving you a little bit of everything, and I promise you, Mellott comes around that corner with the option to throw. Did you see how he was carrying it in 2 hands, ready to throw that football? But he read it on the run. You got man coverage with all the receivers, and when you have man coverage, the defenders are running with their backs. You got to get upfield into the backfield.
Now Chambers is in the slot on the right. On the double reverse, Chambers can throw. And Chambers is tossed down at the 30-yard line. Montana State's leading receiver in motion. Mellott keeps it on the zone read. And again, an alley for Mellott. And stopped by Nassim Colvin at the start of the second quarter of this Big Sky rematch in the second round of the FCS playoffs. 3rd and 9 for Montana State when we return to Bozeman. Brent Vigen in his second year leading Montana State to a share of the Big Sky Conference title. They have not lost since falling to Oregon State in mid-September. In yardage so far, Tommy Mellott, finalist for the Peyton Award, FCS Offensive Player of the Year, swings it on 3rd and long. Marquis Johnson cannot get on track. 36-yard attempt for sophomore Blake Glessner, who's 16 of 21 this year. Bryce Layton to hold. Tommy Sullivan, the snapper. To extend the lead for Montana State. Drifting, but through. And Montana State is up 10-3.
Hyperbolic. Both of these teams can win it all.
And Abraham Williams returned this one. 4 100-yard kick returns for touchdowns this year. Williams upended at the 20. First down for Weber State at their own 21. They punted on their last possession. Barron tosses down the sideline. It's caught by Jacob Sharp. And Sharp is out across midfield.
Huge for this offense.
Barron again to the air and back to Sharp. Underneath this time. And Sharp got around James Campbell across the 40-yard line.
These outstanding receivers who have man coverage.
They need the 29, fake the handoff. It's Sharp on the little stick route. And Sharp across the 30, right near the line to gain. And it's a first down for Weber State. Weber State's finding a rhythm on this drive. Davis off tackle. Davis finding an alley. Inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Weber. McMillan is the back. McMillan gets the call. Trying to cut it back. And he stood up. Simeon Woodard coming in from his cornerback position to make the tackle. No gain. Barron fakes it to McMillan. Barron goes down. Ty Okada, the all-Big Sky defensive back on the blitz. Loss of 6.
Big time, Ty. You come off the edge unblocked. Don't miss the layup. And he does not. That's just a great call in that situation defensively. When you blitz off that corner, you give up a lot. But if you can catch the offense in the right play, you get a lot. Nice job, Ty.
It's Okada's first sack of the year.
Field goal range. Be smart with the ball.
McPherson in the slot. Barron going that way. Corner route. End zone. McPherson has it for the touchdown. On 3rd and goal from the 15. It's a rainbow strike from Barron to McPherson.
Watch the release. We're not going to see it in this angle. Great release by McPherson, and I love how his quarterback Bronson gave him a chance.
To be said, we just moved forward. That was 6 weeks ago. Now McPherson makes a big play here to knot things up. Marquis Johnson, 3rd in the nation in kick returns this year, averaging better than 30 yards a pop, and he's down across the 25.
The defense needs your help playing the run, too.
2nd and 10, Sean Chambers and Mellott on the field again. Both quarterbacks on the field, and Chambers rumbles for a first down to the 41, a pickup of 15.
Taylor Housewright and Brett Vigen told us, don't be shocked if we see both of these guys on the field at the same time. There's so much they can do, so much they can play with the defense, with formations and running plays. With these two guys on the field at the same time, defensively, again, you need penetration from this front to knock all of that out.
Now Mellott's in the slot at the bottom of your picture. Chambers on the empty gun with another carry and another first down as he leans across midfield. Chambers was the Big Sky Newcomer of the Year, endured numerous injuries at Wyoming, but now at Montana State.
Watch a hat on the hat. You tell me where there's somebody getting off a block. You can get blocked defensively, that's fine. But staying blocked is a problem.
Afonso is the running back. Fake it to Afonso. Mellott underneath. Willie Patterson with the catch. And Eddie Heckard makes the play in space for Weber State. Mellott, pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Khaleesi Moley, 2nd team all Big Sky pick, got his paws up. It's 4th down.
Let number 4 run the ball.
It's 4th and 3. Speed option. Mellott all the way. And it's a first down.
No need to overthink it. This is what you do best. Placing the defense in the bind. And you see the alley player who's responsible for the quarterback getting up there late.
Under 6 to play in the half. Mellott takes off. And Tommy Mellott twisted down at the 30, a gain of 7. Then you're trying to tackle a guy with 4.4 speed. Here comes the pressure. Mellott airs it out. Now the tight end. It's batted down. Broken up by Evan, the true freshman who's on the big stage, making his first career start today.
I see you, young man. Don't panic. Run and make a play on the ball. Great job of looking back.
3rd and 3 for Montana State. Speed option. Mellott the pitch to Afonso. A first down. Afonso racing down the sideline, but he stepped out back at the 16. It is a first down, though, for the Bobcats.
Mellott made the wrong decision and didn't pitch. As you see, there it is, the step out right there with that right foot. If he didn't step out, probably now he wouldn't have scored anyway, but it got closer. But Mellott, not that time, great read, right? He saw the alley player to take him. No one's on the pitch, man. Go ahead and pitch that football and let the defense try to catch a fast guy down inside.
Down at the 16. Afonso remains out there. Oh, the ball is on the ground. Mellott running the zone read with Afonso. This is always a danger. Empty set for Mellott. Patterson comes in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Mellott running the whole way, which makes you wonder if 4th down is in play here. This from 33. And Montana State is on top. 13-10. At home here in the 2nd round. Bobby Daly, Montana State's linebackers coach, in a unique position today, running the defense because defensive coordinator Willie Mack Garza is serving a suspension after a DUI arrest a couple of weeks ago. So Daly is running things. Brent Vigen, the head coach, told us this week, Ty, I have a comfort level with Daly. I'm an offensive guy. I'm not going to step on his toes.
Right. And he said he might mention a couple things just to keep an eye on offensively from an offensive perspective, but they've got confidence in Daly. And this defense so far, they're missing no one.
Honestly, the defense has been up to the task for the most part. Here is Williams on the return. Hit at the 23, and down he goes. Ty McPherson ice skated after scoring a touchdown beyond the end zone. McMillan on first down, bottled up. It's a gain of a yard. Fake the handoff to McMillan. Barron has time, dumps it in the flat, and McMillan out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 9. Play action. Barron is destroyed, and it's Ty Okada again. His second sack of the half. Loss of 6.
Well, listen, if you can't get there with 4, bring people. And they've been able to get home with the blitz, especially off the corner with DBs and linebackers. This time, Ty with the big play. And you got to block him. Listen, there's 2 guys passing him up. If you're going to look at him, go ahead and block him, or he's going to kill your quarterback.
Ty Okada, former walk-on turned team captain and second-team All-Big Sky player for Montana State.
Just if you Weber State.
Watch the snap here. Sands executes it well. Burgess the punt. Dowler lets it drop. And Weber State downs it. The field goals. Possession number 4 starts with a run by Elijah Elliott. And Elliott carrying a Weber State Wildcat to the 45. Now in Weber State territory, first down. Mellott to Elliott. And out of bounds after a gain of about 4. Mellott on the draw. Weaving his way through traffic for the first down. And the clock stops momentarily as Mellott takes it to the 32, a gain of 10.
They're right up front.
Interesting, Montana State didn't use one of their timeouts. To the flat, Elliott again, and knocked out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Picture, 3rd and 5. It's a handoff to Elliott, who rams his way for the first down inside the 20. For the ball, they have 2 timeouts. And Mellott spikes it with 17 seconds left.
I like the idea of using a timeout rather than down.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because you're blowing a play there for no real reason. It's not a very efficient use of the clock.
From the 19. Mellott fakes the handoff. Mellott scanning toward the end zone. And incomplete over the head of his intended target, Willie Patterson, who was battling with L.J. Anderson. 3rd and 10.
10 seconds left. I think that takes the quarterback run out of this situation.
Mellott under pressure, flushed out to Elliott. It goes, and he's out of bounds. 5 seconds remaining at the 14-yard line, and here comes the field goal unit here in the half. From 31 yards. He had all that time to think about it, and he was money. 16-10 Montana State at the end of the first half.
With touchdowns, not field goals.
Montana State closed the first half with a field goal at the gun. They begin the second half with the ball. Marquis Johnson, the dynamic return man, is pushed back. He didn't reach the 20. Willie Patterson goes in motion on first down. Afonso, the running back, fake it to him and throw it to the tight end, Derek Snell, for a first down. Snell getting involved. He's pushed out at the 32 after a gain of 14. Snell was first team All-Big Sky. That's his first catch of the day. Now on the pop pass, Taco Dowler. Through traffic, Dowler across midfield. Well blocked for Dowler, and the ball comes out at the end. But I think they'll rule that forward progress was stopped at the 44.
You called it. You're getting fast guys coming across the formation and quickly. And then tackling was poor in their first meeting. And you can't have poor tackling against an offense that runs the football this well. I saw a late face mask as well that the officials missed.
Now from the pistol. Speed option. Mellott fakes the pitch. And Mellott frees up some space as a result. He's down at the 30 with another first down.
Decision making, first of all, you got to have a guy on the pitch and on the quarterback. There's no one on the quarterback. And so Mellott is going to play with your vision.
And runs for 12. Now handed to Afonso, the All-American from a year ago. Afonso a hop and another first down. to the 15-yard line. 16 more yards as Montana State starts to hum.
This guy's a spectacular athlete, and he's starting to get warmed up. Watch the hurdle there. And watch the physicality at the end of the run. He's not looking to run out of bounds and tiptoe. He's looking to deliver hammers to tacklers.
2 games, but this is his first action of the season coming off the knee injury.
Oh.
Option pitch. Ifanse couldn't handle it. It's recovered by Snell, and it results in a big loss for the Bobcats. Chambers at 230 pounds, muscling forward on 3rd and long, never had a chance. Weber State corrals him. The fumble put Montana State behind the chains. Here a fumble does the same, and it leads to another attempt by Glessner, and from 32 he connects. Blake Glessner, 4 of 4 on field goals today. Montana State by 9.
Get that per rush down. You got a chance to stop him when it matters.
Glessner boots it, and it's a touchback.
So they were able to get something cranked up last drive. Let's see if they can do it now in the run game.
Oh, with Damon Bankston, who gets leveled in the hole by Danny Uluila-Kepa, coming off an injury that kept him out of the brawl of the Wild 2 weeks ago.
This is how you tackle. Boom! There is no reason to stop your feet. There is no reason not to bring your arms. High contact, bring your arms. That's short tackling. That will get it done. That's a coaching tape sent around the country. Number 30 knows how to tackle.
Kind of like you tackled back at Penn State.
I wish.
2nd and 8, play fake for Barron down the sideline, no chance. Barron was hit, slow to get up.
Took a shot and got driven into the turf.
Yeah, on this near side as the hit was made by Ben Seymour. 3rd and 13 as a result. Barron, screen for his tight end, Hayden Meacham. Meacham across the 30, and he's 4 yards short of the marker. A gain of 9, 4th down for Weber State. Plays a go, now 4th and 4. Get a solid snap from Sands, who had trouble 6 weeks ago here. Burgess with the rugby-style punt, and it rolls inside the 30. Montana State will have it at the 25. State has it at their own 25, up by 9. Mellott fakes it. Down the sideline, it's caught. Coy Steele out of bounds at the 48. It's a gain of 20 for Steele. It's his first catch of the season. There is a flag down. Near side at the 30.
Receiver downfield, number 75. Offense, 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay first down.
Montana State offense.
So 1st and 15, and here's Mellott on the keeper around the edge. And Mellott out of bounds at the 23.
Balls get really scary when it comes to pulls and injuries.
This is a Montana State team averaging 8 yards a carry today. Mellott, a big reason why. He ducks down at the 30. Weber State brings 5. Mellott guns it. It's caught for the first down. Across the 40, Ravi Alston, the transfer from Division III St. John's in Minnesota.
Got to give him a lot of credit. The book says, go ahead and heat this pocket up. He's not a great thrower. He's a running back playing quarterback. Well, listen, I'm seeing guys starting to mature and get better at understanding what the defense is doing and not panicking when they have free runners and hitting the open man.
That really was a big-time throw by Mellott. First down, Mellott to the perimeter and tossed down by Eddie Heckard at the 47. Gain of 6.
That time I saw an incredible block by Ifanse. Watch the block by Ifanse in the corner. That's perfect technique on a low block. And you got to be careful now because they've outlawed low blocks on the perimeter, but that was just in a tackle box, so that's right on the line of legality.
2nd and 4. Garrett Beck blitzing off the edge for Weber State. Mellott takes off, and Mellott slides with the first down at the 46-yard line of Weber State in the 3rd quarter. Montana State driving with a 9-point lead. Mellott to the far side. It's caught. Clevan Thomas Jr., the 6th-year senior and a transfer from Kentucky. Thought he had a little more meat on the bone there, but it's a gain of 5. Blitz up the middle from Reed. Mellott keeps around the corner. First down across the 30. It's Mellott on the edge. Chambers in at quarterback now, out of the eye. Play action, down to Derek Snell. He's got space and a touchdown for Montana State. 28-yard bullet from Sean Chambers to Derek Snell, and the Cats extend the lead.
This is what I called for on the last possession. When number 10 comes in, the entire stadium thinks it's a run. Go ahead and go play action and test the eye discipline of the defense.
Chambers comes in for Mellott and fires to Snell for the touchdown. 16-point lead. Williams slips as he crosses the goal line, and Weber State will start from the 3. The best return man in America this season with a gaff.
When it rains, it pours. This is a unicorn, something you never see. Look at it now, because you're not going to see that. No one, he tackles himself. Are you kidding me? A guy who no one can tackle, he just slipped on his own. A late test for this offense. Can concentrate and move this football?
Oh, Kylan Weiser is in at quarterback. Remember, Barron took a big hit on the last drive for Weber State. 2nd and 6, Weiser to the air. Watch out in the end zone. He hits his outlet in Sharp, and Sharp tugging away at the 5, and is able to pick up a couple. Your picture, 3rd and 5 for Weber State. Weiser's looking that way. He's double covered, and it doesn't matter. McPherson pulls it in at the 26. Move the chains for Weber. 18 yards.
What I'm talking about, that's leadership.
Oh, it's off the hands of Weiser. He retrieves it. He's at the 5, and Weiser makes the smart decision. 2nd and 10. Give it to Davis. Lowers the shoulder. And a pickup of a couple. Simeon Woodard's helmet got knocked off as Davis plowed into him. Woodard will have to miss the next play. Weber State needs 8. 4-man rush. Weiser escapes the pocket. Weiser flings it. And through the hands of Christensen. Kenneth Iden had the pressure from Montana State. And the fans are giving it to Grant Sands, the long snapper, who bounced it in, but a whistle. Now, Brent Vigen's defense is not the shutdown unit it was a year ago when they were top 10 nationally in several categories. They had 3 All-Americans that moved on, 2 drafted by NFL teams, and yet they have improved week after week. And today against Weber State, they are making all the necessary plays. Burgess the punt, Dowler the fair catch at the 40. And Mellott keeps it on the read option. Mellott finding a crease and a first down. You know this play is coming time. It's a staple of the Montana State playbook. You can't stop it.
Well, it goes back to the offensive staff. They're putting their guys in position to make one-on-one plays. And we know, and Weber State said, we don't want to be in those one-on-one. We got to have multiple guys to the ball. Well, right now, on the edge, far too often, it's the best athlete on the field for Montana State, the quarterback, Tommy Mellott, one-on-one against defenders, and he's winning those one-on-one battles.
Pride of Butte, Montana, where he was a former Gatorade Player of the Year for the state in 2019. On the double reverse, Chambers heaves it for Patterson. He's got it inside the 10, and Patterson has the touchdown. And the gritty 2. Trickery for Montana State. 47 yards.
When your offensive line is almost perfect, it allows whatever you want to happen. And Sean Chambers says, I can run for touchdowns, I can throw touchdowns, because my offensive line is going to protect me. And you didn't drop the layup. Willie Patterson makes the catch and changes the scoreboard. Big-time play for Montana State. But the versatility of the offense gets scary, but remember, the foundation of the offense, of the team really is your offensive line, and they're really humming today.
Williams getting a shot here, and Williams, that window is closed pretty quick in the 4th quarter. Weiser flushed out. Weiser downfield for Skank. It's deflected and intercepted. Danny Uluila-Kepa nabs it for the Bobcats. Montana State takes over at their own 41.
Tip drill. And Ulu Iekepa is Johnny on the spot. And he's got his eyes on the ball. Great concentration. But what they're doing is they're double teaming Ty McPherson, and they're forcing this quarterback to try to find other options. And it's making it tough to throw the football downfield when everybody knows you have to throw the ball. The scoreboard really is dictating what's happening now offensively for Weber State, and it's really tough for a backup quarterback to come in and try to be effective.
Second pick of the year for Ulu Iekepa, had big shoes to fill this year. He's playing the position that Troy Anderson manned for years. Second round pick of the Falcons. Now it's Ifanse, plunging up the middle, breaking tackles. The All-American making his season debut is down at the 35. He rumbles for 24.
Oh, he's healthy, and you can tell. And you better be on a swivel because he'll knock over his guy and everybody else. He's going to run through contact no matter what color jersey is. But again, I'm happy for him personally to be back on the field. He's happy, and this defense is not happy that he's out there because he's got fresh legs and running like it. His line play hasn't had to do it.
Lott hands it to Elijah Elliott now, trying to cut it back on third down, and Elliott does not find the door to run through. Fourth down for Montana State.
Gatorade doing practice, but obviously this guy makes field goals.
From 49, well, you jinxed him, Ty.
Oh, my goodness.
Blame Ty. He's at Ty Knows Football, and he knew that was coming.
Don't at me, bro. Don't at me. Cancer, and what an unbelievable guy he was.
Dante McMillan carving through the Montana State defense.
Right now.
This game was turning before the injury to Barron. It was a nice throw to Hayden Meacham for a first down. The top team that didn't have a seed entering the tournament. First down, it's McMillan. And it's Kenneth Iden, the fourth, who wrapped him up.
And throw the football downfield with play action.
Four-man rush, Weiser to the end zone. Christensen right into the basket. A touchdown, 31 yards. Weiser to Christensen. And Weber State doesn't want to go to bed yet. Weber State going for two. Weiser feeling the pressure from Okada. He hits McPherson in the end zone for two.
But I think it would be wrong to put Alabama in the top four.
Yeah, two-loss Alabama team. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about college football playoff teams in the FCS. We've got our bracket. 9:34 to go. Weber State needs a stop, and they need it now. Hard to do against Tommy Mellott. Tripped up close to the line to gain. Pickup of 9 to the 34.
And one right here.
Mellott under center, trying to power forward, trying to get pushed across. Weber State holding the line. Just depends on the spot.
The spot looks like he's short from here.
It does at first glance. It appears to be inches short, and it's fourth down.
Decision time right here. Do you kick this or do you go for it? And if you don't get it, if you go for it, you're setting up a comeback situation for the opponent partner.
It's the first punt of the day for Layton. Skank returned to punt for a touchdown in the first meeting. He calls for a fair catch here at the 30.
Hostile defense.
He did just that on the last possession. Weiser to the opposite side. McPherson out at the 45-yard line. First down at the 46. And up the gut for a couple is Bankston. Under 7 minutes to play now.
Need to heat up right now.
Bobcats bring 3. Weiser stepping up. Weiser scrambling. Weiser with a first down across the 30. And a big slip along the Montana State sideline.
But he's got free grass, and he took off, and there's a slip again. And he took a shot to the lower body. And he gets straddled by a defender, which is never good either.
Davis is in there. Weiser searching. Weiser to Skank at the 5-yard line. Was he in bounds? He made the catch. First and goal for Weber State.
From Weiser, just be smart with it. Take the play that's there.
Got him. Play fake. Weiser, open man in the end zone. Is Meacham for the touchdown. is on for Weber State. Kylan Weiser, the backup, coming through. Sloan Calder sends it away. Miscommunication on the return, and it does bounce into the end zone, thankfully for Montana State.
You don't have to get out of character here.
Both quarterbacks in the backfield, Little Cat and Big Cat, and it's the Big Cat, Sean Chambers, who's had a hand in 3 Montana State touchdowns today with a pickup of 5 on first down. Mellott in the slot, bottom of your picture. Chambers the whole way on 2nd and 5. And Chambers has the first down. At the 35-yard line, Montana State has run for 333 yards as a team. They average 328. And a half to go now. Chambers again at 230 pounds, bullying down to the 44-yard line. 8 more yards. 2nd and 2. Chambers fakes it to Mellott, and he sticks his nose in for the first down to the 46-yard line, approaching the 2-minute mark. Again, with both quarterbacks on the field, it is Chambers, Sean Chambers, a human snowplow to the 40-yard line of Weber State. 15 yards. He might be the closer on this drive.
Weber State brought extra people, but the offensive line picked it up. There was no leakage into that backfield with extra defenders. Man, I cannot say enough about the execution of this offensive line. It has been absolutely dominant along the line of scrimmage. Pounds to be an effective offensive lineman. You just got to know what you're doing and do it with technique.
Chambers hands it to Mellott this time, and Tommy Mellott is down inside the 30. Another first down, 11 yards on the carry. Weiser with his first 2 touchdown passes of the season. But with this Montana State running game, as Chambers drags about 6 Wildcats with him into the red zone, Montana State is that much closer to the FCS quarterfinals.
Look, you got your best defender one-on-one in the hole, and he can't make the play. And this play has basically been a microcosm of this game. The one-on-one matchups, which Weber State was so nervous about, far too often Montana State has won them. And when you win the one-on-one matchups, and you got really imaginative play calling, it's going to be hard to stop an offense whose offensive line has been this incredible.
Weber State didn't even use their final timeout there. It's academic now, inside of a minute. Chambers up the gut, lower the shoulder, and Sean Chambers is inside the 10 as he nears 100 yards on the day.
Victory formation, I think, is coming. Wow.
Jay Hill's team was down by 23 earlier in the second half. Mounting a comeback with their backup quarterback. But Montana State, with this offensive line and a multitude of weapons, the Bobcats are on their way to the quarterfinals. Final 10 seconds. Mellott takes the knee, and it is over in Bozeman. Montana State sweeps the series against Jay Hill and Weber State. So tough to beat a team twice. Brent Vigen's team just did it. And they've won 19 in a row now here at Bobcat Stadium, 33-25. Montana State will be right back here next week for the quarterfinals against William and Mary.
We talked about the formula for a streak like that. When you're a dominant running team, you're at home on your field, and you win a turnover battle. More often than not, the last 6 games coming in, the turnover ratio was 18-2, and they won it today as well. So when you win the turnover battle in basically almost every game you play, and you rush to football with this type of production, you're hard to beat.
So it's the Bobcats and the Tribe next week here in Bozeman in the quarterfinals, either Friday or Saturday. And it certainly looks like it's South Dakota State and Holy Cross in the other quarterfinal on this side of the bracket. Again, either on ESPN, ESPN2, or ESPN Plus next weekend.
Well, listen, William & Mary, get your chin straps nice and tight. Bring your big boy pads and try to come in and get something done that no one has done in the last 19 home games, and that's winning on the road. Because you're going to need to be able to stop the run and without committing a whole bunch of guys, because they've shown that when they need to throw the football off play action, when you have too many guys in the box, they can be devastating throwing the ball downfield.
So for the third straight year, Montana State is at least in the quarterfinals. They made it to the semifinals in 2019 before losing to North Dakota State. And the championship game last year, losing to the Bison again. So here's your updated full bracket in the quarterfinals. There are some games that are still to come, some that are still in progress. But UIW, Incarnate Word, has advanced, the 7 seed. They'll play either Sacramento State or Richmond. You can catch that game on ESPN Plus. The quarterfinal is set, as we said, between the 4 seed and the 5 seed, Montana State and William & Mary. It's all about the road to Frisco, Texas. Montana State was there last season as the 8 seed. This year as the 4 seed. They have now won 9 straight since their only loss to Oregon State, a 9-win FBS team. And Tommy Mellott and Sean Chambers, check this out, Ty. Little cat and big cat. Yeah, take all the selfies you want.
Absolutely. IG alert. That might be viral right there. These two guys are big band on campus. They obviously got a lot of production from their field goal kicker today, but then in the second half, they scored touchdowns.
With Sean Chambers at the helm. Tommy Mellott and Sean Chambers, QB1 and QB2. Chambers had the first touchdown of the day, sneaking it in. He threw only 2 passes today, Ty, and both of them went for touchdowns. Just an unreal weapon to have that you can use at just the right time, like here on the double pass.
Well, it brings a little bit different to his package. He's a bigger guy. He's a tough tackle inside because he's over 230 pounds, and he showed, though, when he needs to throw the football, he's got a big arm with some accuracy. So, man, it does a lot for this offense. They can be so versatile. They can be so imaginative and drawing things up when you got multiple guys that you can put the ball in their hand and make big plays.
First of all, congratulations, Ted Emmerich, Tyoka Jackson up here in the booth. I love it. You got the gloves on. You see the breath in this one. This is what it's supposed to be for you guys. Again, plowing things on the ground, almost 400 yards. What impressed you about your team the most today?
Well, I thought both sides of the ball, we played complementary football. Credit to our defense, a really good stretch of defense for a good chunk of that game. Obviously, they fought back. Weber State's a great team, no doubt about that. Offensively, we continue to find ways to move the football and being able to finish it on our terms at the end. That's how we wanted, and we did it.
Coach, talk a little bit about your quarterbacks. I mean, man, you've got 2 guys that you seem like obviously you can trust. And what I was so impressed about, we knew that they could run the football, but they threw the football downfield with great efficiency and accuracy. Talk about what they bring to your team.
Yeah, both guys are winners. They're both winners. They're competitors. Guys will do anything for the team. You got 2 guys like that. That's rare to have 2 quarterbacks like that, and they're both extremely talented. And you saw that on display today.
Yep, Brent, how did your team pull it off in the end? I mean, 33-10 at one point, had to withstand a comeback with their backup quarterback on the field. That last drive, like you said, finishing on your terms, that had to feel good. Yeah,
we needed to. We had that drive the previous time on offense where we came up just short on 3rd down, chose to punt. They obviously took it down and scored. So I think giving our offense another opportunity to, like I said, finish on their own terms. And credit to our guys up front, Sean, Tommy, carried the load that drive, and obviously we finished how we wanted to.
Well, Brent, thanks so much for the time. You can go ahead and hand the headset to Tommy if he's right there. I don't know if he went somewhere else. Oh, he left. He was right there next to you. Well, maybe we'll talk with Tommy Mellott here in a second, but first let's check out his highlights, and there are plenty of them.
Well, we talked about how dynamic he was. He's as a 4-4 guy, you get him in space, and he will crease you in a heartbeat. but I want you to look at how often he was in space because his offensive line was doing their job. No penetration to speak of, and when he has an opportunity to cut back, he's got happy feet. So, yeah, look, this guy is an amazing athlete, but it starts up front. It doesn't matter what kind of quarterback you have. If you've got consistently defensive linemen getting in the backfield, you have no chance, and when you take care of that line of scrimmage, you have a chance, and trust me, guys, he has a chance to score every time he gets the ball.
Here's Tommy Mellott. Yeah, go ahead and put on the headset. Oh, got to figure it out. It's all right. There it is.
Love, yeah.
Tommy Mellott joins us now. Tommy, Ted and Tioka up here in the booth. Do you have us?
I can hear you, yep.
Awesome. Tommy, congratulations on the win. What worked for you and this offense today? Because, Ian, by the end of it, you guys are just unstoppable like you have been the whole year.
What worked for us is our offensive line is incredible. That's really what it is. They get that push. They're extremely athletic. They open up holes and give us a lot of running lanes. And then we just got guys that are ready to make plays out on the outside whenever they rise. So just extremely proud of those guys.
Hey, Tommy, you had Isaiah Ifonse back today. Can you talk about what his presence brings to this offense, having another weapon you can turn to?
Yeah, his presence has been here all year. Not necessarily production on the field, but it certainly was today. But he's been a great leader for us the entire year, and that's just continued. He's a big reason for our success, despite him not being able to play because of injury. But he's back, and we're all grateful that he's back.
Tommy, it was almost a year ago to the day that you made your first career start, also in the second round of the playoffs. Can you describe how far you have come just in 1 year as the quarterback for Montana State?
Yeah, just getting those game reps helps a ton. I got a lot of guys that believe in me within this program, and I'm extremely grateful for this opportunity that the coaches have given me, and I got a lot to improve on for sure, still, but grateful for where we're at right now.
And Tommy, now you're back in the quarterfinals here in the FCS playoffs. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Tommy Mellott of Montana State with 158 yards on the ground, 91 through the air. He and Sean Chambers powering this attack, and now Isaiah Ifonse is back. You'll see them all next week in the quarterfinals right back here in Bozeman. Montana State, as the 4 seed, will host the 5 seed William and Mary either Friday or Saturday. Check your listings, ESPN, ESPN2, or ESPN Plus. And the winner of that one would play either South Dakota State or Holy Cross. So the final score, Montana State winning the rematch, 33-25 over Weber State. More FCS action in the second round available right now on ESPN+. But for Tioka Jackson and our entire crew, this is Ted Emmerich saying so long from Bozeman.